From the National Newsroom of the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White. The remains of a Canadian woman who disappeared in the early 1980s have been linked to a suspected serial killer in Florida. A DNA firm that works with Florida law enforcement says it has identified the remains of Jeanette Marcotte. She was last seen in Saskatchewan and was thought to be headed to Vancouver when she vanished. Police say Marcotte's remains were found in 1985, mixed with those of another woman who was thought to be a victim of a suspected serial killer who died in 2002. Canadian astronaut Jeremy Hansen's trip to the moon this weekend may be delayed again. NASA has now run into a hydrogen leak while it was fueling its new moon rocket in a critical final test. The launch team is trying to work around the problem using techniques developed during the only other Space Launch System rocket launch 3 years ago. Canada's groundhogs have not seen their shadows. According to the folklore, no shadow means an early spring. Ontario's Wyerton Willie made his prediction with the help of Mayor Jay Kirkland.
What Willie told me is he did not see the sun, so everybody knows what that means. 1, 2, 3, it's an early spring!
But in Nova Scotia, Shubenacadie Sam's event was cancelled because of a winter storm. And that storm also forced school closures and flight cancellations across Atlantic Canada. It dumped more than 20 centimeters of heavy, wet snow on St. John's. Environment Canada is calling for another 10 centimeters tonight for many parts of Newfoundland. The federal government says Canadians are sitting on some $2 billion worth of paper checks from the government.
Documents tabled in Parliament show the federal government issued nearly 4 million paper checks to Canadians since 2022 that have not been cashed yet, with a total value of just under $2.2 billion. That figure includes $141 million in Canada carbon rebate payments and $43 million in Canada Child Benefit payments. Canadians can look up through their Canada Revenue Agency online accounts whether they were issued government checks they never cashed, which don't expire and can be replaced if they were lost. Kyle Duggan, The Canadian Press, Ottawa.
An assault case involving Canadian actor Kiefer Sutherland has been delayed.
The Los Angeles County District Attorney's Office tells ABC News on the day Kiefer Sutherland was supposed to have been in court that it has not yet filed charges and in fact has now sent the case back to the LAPD to do more investigating before a decision will be made whether charges are filed against Sutherland. He was accused of assaulting an Uber driver and making threats in mid-January. He was arrested on suspicion of felony criminal threats and then posted a $50,000 bond. Alex Stone, ABC News, Los Angeles.
This is the Canadian Press. In sports, former world pairs champions Diana Stellato-Dudek and Maxime Deschamps have withdrawn from Canada's entry for the figure skating team event, the Milan Cortina Olympics. Stellato-Dudek was injured during training. They've not yet withdrawn from the individual pairs event. The Ottawa Senators look to continue their climb into NHL playoff contention tonight as they visit Pittsburgh. The Calgary Flames host the Toronto Maple Leafs in the late game. One of the greatest moments in Toronto Blue Jays history will be immortalized with a statue outside Rogers Centre. Joe Carter's historic walk-off home run to win the 1993 World Series. Carter learned about the statue from Blue Jays execs Mark Shapiro and Paul Beeston.
Wow, that is an honor. I thank you guys.
Yeah,
thank you, Mark. I feel honored.
The club made the announcement in a series of social media posts featuring the now 65-year-old Carter. From the Canadian Press, I'm Jason White.
Thanks for listening. Don't forget to follow and subscribe. For more of today's top stories, visit thecanadianpressnews.ca.